For the fourth Sunday of Advent, we hear the prophecy of the virginal conception of the Messiah from the prophet Isaiah. And it's one of these interesting stories. It's not actually how it seems. So the king, lets out this cry, no, I will not tempt my Lord, when God says, ask for a sign. I'm going to prove it to you that I'm going to come through on your behalf. And the king says, no. He's being prideful and self-reliant, because what's really happening here is Jerusalem is being besieged on all sides. And what the king wants to do is call on really an enemy to make an alliance against those who are, breaking down the walls of Jerusalem, like right now. And God says, just wait. I am coming through on your behalf. And he says, no, I'm going to do it myself, but I'm going to act all pious about it. And what happens is, so God says, a maiden, a virgin will conceive and bear a son, and you shall name him Emmanuel. God is with us. That's what God's trying to prove through this. I really am with you, even in the midst of your worst nightmare. I am there with you, and I will get you through to the other side. And the king ignores God's help and takes it upon himself. And what happens is Jerusalem is besieged anyway. They become vassals of the kingdom that he made the alliance with. So he didn't listen to God. He didn't wait it out and took matters into his own hands and made things worse than they already were. And what's interesting is, flash ahead to the story of Joseph coming to find out that Mary had conceived, and what do you have? This initial, let's just call it a temptation to take matters into his own hands. He's going to divorce her quietly, as he is a just man. What's interesting is, you go through the tradition of the church, there's a few different explanations for Joseph's action there. One, that he was just a man of the law. He was a righteous man, and that was, a way of dealing with this situation. Well, she wasn't faithful to the wedding vows, so I'm not, I have a right to, dismiss her by divorce. Another interesting one is, he was just so confused by this situation. Mary, she's immaculate, right? She's never sinned. She's the most glorious woman that's ever existed. And he's just sitting there like, what happened? I got to get out of this. And then the third explanation is that, he was actually aware of how incredible Mary was, and he had a sense that she only could have conceived a son by God's power itself. And so he's thinking to himself, there's no way, I'm worthy to be in the presence of a woman who conceives by the very power of God. That is just too much for me. I'm not worthy to enter into this situation. And, the angel comes to him and kind of says a similar thing that God said to Ahaz, just wait it out. I'm with you. I've got this covered. Go back in there and just see what happens. I'll see you through this, and something incredible is going to happen. But it's also the fulfillment of that same prophecy of the virginal conception of the Messiah. So, for us, as we approach our celebration of Christmas, it's a reminder for us. This is a season of waiting, a season of teaching us how to wait. Even in the midst of our darkest challenges and hardest times, when it seems like everything's going to be lost, when maybe even when we're totally confused and we don't know where else to turn, God shows up in our midst and says, just wait. Just wait. I am with you. I'm going to walk you through to the other side, and I will see you through this. And God, as he always does, will show up at exactly the right time and prove to us that he is with us. He is Emmanuel.